Hi, I'm at the park again, and it's been a very interesting day, an interesting morning. Um, well, I'll start off with I saw The Sound of Freedom last night at the theater, and I didn't really know what to expect. I knew that it was about human trafficking and the pedophile elites, and that's kind of all I knew. I watched it knowing that this is going to be some kind of disclosure for people that are not awakened to understanding what's going on in the world. And I felt like it was pretty soft in the disclosure, to be honest. But I realized that it was a movie, kind of like a Hollywood movie that they had suppressed for 5 years. And I really, 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 I can't stress this enough. I do not like pedophiles. I do not like pedophiles at all. And I mean, if there was anything that was unforgivable, it would be that, to me. But I know God forgives all, and but there is punishment for hurting and harming the innocent. It's evil. But yeah, so I watched the movie. I didn't cry as much as I thought I would. I had extra tissues in my purse just in case. And I did cry a little, but so anyways, I saw that, and they should have spelled it out more. They should have just gone right for it. It wasn't real disclosure, but it did get people to open their minds a little bit more and to understanding. It's a step along the way, I guess. So people have been so cut off from the truth for so long and lied to by everyone. But yeah, so we went to go see that. My friend, she was in town visiting, and it was great to see him. And he left today, and he's going to do some music stuff, and then he's going to go to LA to house sit for a little while. And I had a great morning this morning. I logged onto Twitter just to kind of look and see if there was anything going on this morning, and I ended up clicking on a Twitter space, and I just, something I felt divinely guided to listen for a little while. And one of my friends, Lauren of Light, was in there. So and she always has really interesting things to say, so I wanted to hang out and listen to that. And there were so many other amazing souls in that group, and I ended up listening for a couple hours, and I even spoke for a little bit. So that was really cool. And Lauren was in my DMs, and she was channeling messages from my mother in heaven to me, and that was really amazing. She said, "Does Bluebird mean anything to you?" And I I just was like, yes, that's my mom. And yeah, it was really incredible that she picked up on that. My mother loved birds, and so do I. And her favorite color was blue. And blue is a really important color for me because of the throat chakra and how much I have to work on mine. And my spirit always guides me to the color blue for that reason, because I'm meant to use my voice. So anyway, since my mother died in 2016, bluebirds have always come to me. And one did on, actually on the day she died, I fed peacocks, a whole bunch of them. And that was very spiritual and amazing and interesting to do. There's a blue dragonfly right here, right? Can't make this up. Wow. Just hanging out right here. I have a friend. That's so cool. Hi. Thanks for coming to hang out. So yeah, Lauren, she actually went on to channel some other things for my mother, and she knew that my mother, the dragonfly is flying right up to me now. Oh my goodness. So beautiful. I love that color blue too. It's like a periwinkle blue. She knew that my mother painted and was very artistic. And she even asked about the picture that my mom drew of me and asked if I still had it. So that was really cool. And it was kind of like a three-way conversation with her and my mom in heaven. So I told her a little bit more about my story and about my mother, because my mother is such a big angel for me. And she was just an incredible woman in life, and she is such a divine goddess in heaven. We were really blessed to have her company this morning and in our conversation. That was really good. My mom always loved to choose friends for me. And she still does, since she has passed away. And I've realized this is not the first time she's done that. She has channeled to other women that were friends, and she's even channeled to me and told me that some women I should be friends with, like, ooh, I like her. And so I always, my mom had impeccable taste, and you know, I have to validate her. And no, anyways, I love Lauren. So yeah, I'll never forget that. And anyway, I've been at the park and the sun has been coming out. It came through the clouds as soon as I said something about it coming out of the clouds today. So that was another blessing and miracle. Source has been telling me for a long time that I need to share my story with the world, and I've been trying to think of how to do so. the best way to do it. If I am going to write a book, or if I'm going to do videos, or become a public speaker, which I'm that would be really big for me. But you never know. I've got a lot of fun stories too. I've had such an interesting incarnation, and because I started off so small. I was a premature baby. My mother was 40 when she had me, and I was always bullied my whole life. I had an older brother that bullied me, and people always treated me like I was younger. Even now I'm 40 years old and people still call me young lady, and I'm like, no, my soul is older than time itself, and I'm 40. I'm an old soul. But I have so many youthful placements in my chart. I'm a Pisces, Gemini rising, Aquarius moon. So I've got eternal youth going for me. But with that, I'm also 5 feet tall, so I'm petite. So I have all these things, and the world just tries to underestimate me, but I'm actually God. So it's kind of a joke between me and Source that I had to go through feeling and being treated like I was so small, and to ascending and realizing how incredibly huge I am. So I feel like, wow, these are really, really big shoes to fill. But it's who I am, and it's who I always was. And what was temporary was this incarnation and this amnesia, where I reincarnated to again go through this earth experience and find out who I really am and remember myself. So now I'm like at this place in my life where I'm kind of between realms. I'm living in a city, and I'm not working a job right now. My job is working for God, working for Source. It pays so well in the spiritual side, and financially not so much, but that'll change soon. And I live in the city, and I have no veil. It's been lifted completely since my activation in 2000, and it skyrocketed even more after I left my ex. That was on New Year's Eve 2021, and the angels actually ripped open the sky and came through and started singing the day that I left him. And I left him to be homeless. I got rid of all my things, and I bought a tent, and I came out to the beach just to get away. It was a new year, new me, and I couldn't do it anymore. So Source had told me, you're divinely guided and protected. Don't worry, just go. And I was afraid, but I took the chance, and I transcended fear, and I faced it head on, and I did it, and I got so many blessings and miracles for it just that night. And I realized that everything was already set for me when I came here. All the signs were already here. And the angels I was supposed to meet, the places I was supposed to have, the angel numbers, the signs, the synchronicities, the missions, it was all perfect. And there's no denying that this life that we're in is holographic simulation. We are all spirits, and here in this physical form in our earth vessels, it's so temporary compared to our soul memories. So everything has converged into one, all past, present, future. I remember how old my soul is and my soul memories, but I also remember that I am myself in the future that has reincarnated as a starseed to awaken at this time, which means we've already won the war in the spirit realm. And we've already got this, but we have to pick things up in the earth realm, and that's the realm we all struggle with the most, because we have these vessels and they're limited to compared to our God selves, and we have to do our best to stay healthy and to do our shadow work and to vibrate with Mother Earth, so we can really pick up these messages and channel source to stay connected for doing this work. And we have to anchor into the light in order to be the best version of ourselves and live our highest ascension timeline. It's what we're all being called to do through this shift, is to find and embody our God self, our highest self, and to be that, and to bring that as our gift to the new world, the free world. To make this Earth mission happen, I have known for a while that we need armies of angels, and we have them, and they're among us, and they're, if you're watching this now and this is resonating, you are probably one of them. If you're probably getting the same call that I'm getting and being sprung into action. So you can also follow my Twitter. My handle is Infinity8Rising, and I'm trying to get more vocal on there, but I don't really like technology since my activation and awakening, and I never thought that I would be speaking on YouTube or doing any of this. So I don't pretend to be some kind of social media guru or anything. I'm just someone that is very connected to source and that's gone through a lot of things in my life, and I know that it's all for purpose, and I've got to share it with the world. Plus I love you, and I love everyone in humanity, and I want all of us to be living heaven on earth together, because we just have to have unity again. We need armies of angels. We've got an old draconian government and old financial systems that are just done. They were slave systems from the beginning, and it was only to keep us controlled and to keep us overworked and to keep us separated. They manipulated us through everything that they had, the media, the churches. They burned our books. They burned women and witches and angels at the stake. They crucified many of us, and it's been going on for a long time. I plugged into these things at a young age. I started making connections, like, why were all the peaceful people murdered? What's up with that? You know, just all these clues I gathered along the way, and I started making lists of how many there were, and understanding that things weren't quite right in this realm. They never were. I see a 222. The bus just went by, and it's 2202, and it's bus 933. So, what a blessing. A day in my life. Just the syncs are constant. It feels amazing to be on this level and to have this connection with Source through the hologram. Every day I keep feeling like I want to do more. I want to do more than just be someone that lives on the beach and is a light worker. I know God has called me to do this work, and I love it, but I have a higher calling now since I've leveled up, and I can teach a lot of people that are further in their process of spiritual awakening, and I long to be reunited with the angels, and to work with the ones who are divinely guided on mission to birth the new world and to bring about freedom and show people the path to healing. We've got to get resources to building these healing retreats and to building homes for people, and growing food and gardens again. They've tried to cut down all of our trees and pour concrete all over our beautiful soil and earth. It's time for a new way of life. We are magical, and we've got light and love for all living things. And we have to open our hearts and allow it to happen, and realize that you can't live in separation, you can't live in fear, you can't live in jealousy of others, because we all chose this. We all chose these experiences, and we all chose to come to Earth at this time. We chose our bodies, we chose our birthdays, we chose our families. Even, yes, a lot of us had dysfunctional families. We chose that. All of these obstacles that we overcome in our lives are make us stronger, and they give us a unique experience so that we'll be able to help others that we're going to meet on our path. The divine master plan is absolute perfection. And everyone meets everyone they're supposed to when they're supposed to. There is a divine order, and it's flawless and perfect in God's perspective. To us on Earth, sometimes we don't understand the real powers that are at work here, but we have a sense, and I have come to know these quantum controls intimately, because I'm completely in love with the process. I'm in love with Source, and I have no veil. It's all been revealed to me. Yeah, I'm being called to go back to Mother Nature. I'm not sure where. I've always thought about Costa Rica. I've been there before, and it's such a beautiful place. I'd love to have fruit trees and a food forest where we make our own medicines and just live in celebration of Mother's natural wonders, and to stay away from the GMOs and the poisons and the vaccines, and the drugs. It's really disgusting what they've done, and human beings are not vibrating on an optimal level. This has been a zombie apocalypse in a lot of ways, because everyone's under some kind of spell, or controlled by some substance or addiction. They really did a good job keeping us down, but they will not succeed, and they haven't. So now we know who they are and what they've done. We can reclaim our power, and we are safe and we are divinely protected at all times. God never left us at all. God is right there with you through everything. And it's us that forgets that. It's us that get caught up in the hologram, and they use fear or our emotions and try to play upon them and get us to forget that. But after we go through real dark night of soul, and we start to understand that there are other forces happening in this realm, that and that they've lied to us about everything, then we can learn to see our way through this realm. I'm just kind of winging it today. I'm hanging out. I gotta run a couple errands from the store, go to Goodwill and try to find another glass bowl for my supplements. We broke one of them by accident, and I only have two, so I gotta get some more. So there are so many bees out today, and such gorgeous energy happening, and I can feel it in the ocean right now. Waves. Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and post this, I think. I don't know if there's anything else I want to leave you with. I just want to say that miracles are happening at all times. And when we're really plugged in to Source, we are seeing them. And I'm so grateful. There's nothing that could happen in my life that could take this away. And everything is tried. I've been tested to the max. Everything's happened, and I've gone through it, and I'm a diamond, because that crushing weight just made me stronger. And now I know that I've died so many deaths that I am truly immortal. Now that I know that, and I remember what I incarnated here for, to help humanity, I just want to be the best angel I can be. And my heart is wide open. My love is just constantly flowing, and I'm so happy. God is amazing, and we are all amazing to be doing this and to be incarnated here. Only the strong come here and do this, and I've met so many and talked to so many with amazing stories, and I look forward to sharing my stories with you more. However we decide to do so, it's happening. It's inevitable. It's what I have built with Source is way too beautiful and sacred to keep to myself. I just wish there was a home for us right now, and I know there is. I just want to find it. I feel so ready, and I've felt ready for this for so long, but I've been kind of like wrestling with my patience because not everyone's awakened or on this level yet, and I'm just like, okay, when are they gonna know that we're going to form these new earth communities and to create heaven on earth? And I'm just like, because I really want to get to the good parts, but God teaches us patience, and I don't want to wait too long now. I mean, I've been waiting so long already. But it's all for a reason, divine timing. Because if this would have happened last year, maybe I wasn't ready yet, and I thought I was, but I had to do more healing. I had to go through some more. I had to transmute some more heartbreaks for the Earth's ascension. So, all we can do is follow our intuitions and keep our vibrations high, stay healthy, stay anchored in the light, and stay true to ourselves. I love you all, and I'll do another video soon. Have a beautiful day. You're amazing. Keep shining.